I'm gonna make these golf clubs out of some copper wire and a pile of beer cans. The first thing I did was mold some irons in silicone as a template. I'm using my Mizuno irons so that I can compare them afterwards to see how much worse my clubs are than the Mizuno's. Then I melted down some wax to form a wax model of the golf club, attached a sprue to the club, which is where the metal will pour into. Put it all in a flask and filled it with investment mixture, which will allow me to heat it up in the kiln and melt out the wax. Chopped up some copper wire and melted down some cans so I can get a nice chunk of pure aluminum. I'm making these clubs out of aluminum bronze, which is 90% copper and 10% aluminum by weight. Melted down the copper first, and then I added the aluminum to it. Pulled out my flask, which now has an empty void where the wax club was, and poured it full of aluminum bronze. Next day I broke apart the flask and pulled out the aluminum bronze iron head. Cleaned it up a bit, cut off the pouring sprue on the bandsaw, and then I used the drill press to drill out the hosel where the shaft will go. Did some cleaning with the sander, and then I polished it up to a nice shine. I sandblasted the face to get a more matte finish where the grooves are, like the Mizuno irons have. Here we have it, finished 8 iron and 5 iron made from copper wire and some cans. Same shafts on these ones as the Mizunos. I'm gonna go take them out back and give them a rip. So I took these clubs to a launch monitor so I could compare them to the Mizunos I modeled them after. And overall for the 8 iron, my swing speed is up 2.4 miles an hour because the head is lighter, but the carry is down 6.2 yards. Total distance is down from 150 to 142 yards. Ball speed is down also, but the spin rate is up 673, which is kind of interesting. I took them out on the course, and I'd say they play pretty well. They're not as good as the Mizunos. I can't hit them as far, but they sound awesome and they feel really soft. Probably the softest irons I've ever hit. They totally work as playable golf clubs. So pretty interesting experiment. Full videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching.